Well, hello guys. This is Becca, and it is time for Rocking with Becca. Yay! Yeah, we are here today on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's beautiful here. Uh, the sun is shining, the clouds are blue, and excuse me, I'm yawning. It's cool, it's not too hot. The humidity is not too bad today. It doesn't feel sticky and damp and wet. And whew, that's always a big plus, no matter what the temperature is. If the humidity is down like it needs to be, it's a good day. It don't matter how cool or how hot it gets. If the humidity is bad, you just feel damp, you feel sticky, you feel yucky. You may not feel hot, but you just feel damp. And I cannot stand that feeling. You think with me living in the South all my life, I would be used to it, but I cannot stand feeling damp and sticky. It just, drives me batty. But the humidity seems to be good today. And yes, even though I'm in the house, I can feel the humidity, whatever the humidity is. Our house was built, I think it was in 1956 or something like that. And guys, our walls are cement blocks. There's apparently no middle, where insulation would go between the outside wall and the inside wall, because it's the walls are cement. The frames around most of the doors are metal, they're not wood. It's a very sturdy house, and you looking at the walls, you wouldn't know they were cement because they plastered them, and put what they call the orange peel on it, where it's not a smooth surface. It has the roughage on it, whatever you call that. They call it orange peel. Excuse me, guys. And just looking at them, you would never know that they were cement walls, but all of our walls are cement. Even the inside walls, like the walls that separates room from room, it's not wood, it's cement. I can't hang anything on the walls. I can't hammer nails in the walls and hang anything on it. If I put anything on it, I have to get that sticky tape and stick it to the walls, so it can't be something really heavy. That's why most of my rooms have very little on the walls. Now the living room and the washroom is the cement walls, but somehow or another, I don't know if they glued it up there. I don't know how they did it. But they do have that paneling type wood on the living room walls and the washroom walls, but that is the only walls in the house that has wood on it. And so all you can hammer a nail in all you can hammer a nail in is just the thickness of the wood. And once it gets past that little quarter inch or whatever it is that the wood is, you can't get it no further, because behind it is brick. So saying all of that, with everything being cement and metal, the humidity, it doesn't keep the humidity out. No matter how cool or how hot it is, it doesn't. And so if the humidity's bad outside, it's bad inside. And I've been saying I was going to get me a dehumidifier, and I just haven't done it yet. A dehumidifier is something that I have never, you know, had any acquaintance with. I've never, you know, dealt with one, so I don't know. I guess because I don't know how it works and what I'm kind of, I don't know what size to get for the size rooms I have and stuff like that. I just have never gotten one, and I don't know if I need one for every room or just one for the whole house would be fine. I don't know. But I've been saying I was going to get one, and I just hadn't got it yet. That way, on the days that the humidity's bad, I could turn on the dehumidifier, and it would take some of the moisture out of the air, and I would be more comfortable. And one day I'm going to break down and do it. And y'all excuse me, I have my morning coffee, my 3rd cup. I drink 3 cups of coffee every morning, not just back to back. I do the first 2 back to back. When I first get up, I get a cup, and when I get through with that one, I get another cup. Then on days my husband works, when I lay back down for my morning nap, then I get back up, I get my 3rd cup. Most of the time on days he's home, I don't get the 3rd cup, but today I thought, well, I'll just make my 3rd cup of coffee and take it in there with me and drink it while I'm doing Rocking with Becca. So, I have some exciting things going on. I feel like they're exciting. They may not be exciting to y'all, but they are to me. So, anyway, I have a new little one that I want to share with you today. This is the last baby I have ordered, and probably the last one for the year. I said probably, okay? I said probably. Probably the last one for the year because I just need to hold off. I don't know what Santa Claus might bring me, so I need to hold off. I need to hold off. And I need the money, too, for Christmas. So, I ordered this little one off of Reborns.com. And LaDonna Briggs is the one who painted it. But it is, she called it a Boo-Boo Behringer baby. Guys, I have not found any boo-boos on this baby. I don't know what I need to go back and reread what she's calling a boo-boo. Because this baby is awesome. But it is a Behringer, however you pronounce that, baby. She's 16 inches long. And look at that face, guys. Isn't she just adorable? Her painted hair. Y'all know I love LaDonna Briggs's work. The top, his head is textured from, you know, the kit. The hair is textured on there, and so she painted it over where it's textured. And this baby is just awesome. Her's just awesome. Her is. Yeah. I named her Angel Addison. If you will remember, if you watch my past videos, hang on a minute, guys. if you watched my past videos, just one recently, I don't know if it was the very last one from this one or the next one back, I said something about one of my babies being my angel. And I mentioned in that video, I said, why have I never named one of my babies Angel? And I don't know why I have never named one of them Angel. So when this one come in, I decided to name her Angel. And so her name is Angel Addison. I still have Lori out. Lori's my week baby, my weekly baby. Not weekly, but this week's baby. Baby of the week. Okay? I have 2 babies of the day every day, and they're different. I switch them up. Although today is going to be 4 because I have Angel here. I haven't pulled out the babies of the day, the 2 babies of the day yet. I will get them pulled out later and dressed for Christmas. And Lori's, she's right over there on the bed waiting for Mommy. She's my baby of the week. And I won't change until next Wednesday, the baby of the week. And I probably will put Angel for next week for the baby of the week. That'll give me time to bond with her. And I'll still be pulling out the 2 babies of the day every day, you know, switching them up. But as far as I know, now I have to put it that way because, guys, sometimes babies pop up. You know, when I'm looking online, they'll pop up something. Or, I don't know. I just get the urge to go on reborns.com and look and see what I see. And, you know, I have just a few nurseries on there that I go to and check out ever so often. And I hardly ever just scroll through all the babies. I usually just go to those few nurseries that I check out and see what they have. And, I have been enjoying the Behringer babies. I have really been enjoying them being painted by LaDonna Briggs. And I have a few just the regular dolls, that Behringer dolls that has not been reborn. I started out getting those. And if y'all remember my Davy, I just recently changed him into his Thanksgiving outfit. He is a Behringer, and I think he's just adorable. Even though he's not reborn, you know, repainted, he's still adorable. And he's, you know, lightweight like a regular doll is, but I think he's just awesome. So, I've just been enjoying my babies. I have. And I enjoy the holidays. I love the holidays. But I'm always glad to get back in my happy place. Y'all know that I have anxiety, social anxiety, really bad. And even though it's family and it's, you know, things, you know, during holidays. Let me see how I can put this. I know I've talked about this before. But because of my social anxiety, let me see how I want to put it. It's hard on me to be around other people, even if they're close family. It stresses me. You know, now I did enjoy my son being here Thanksgiving morning, but he was just here for a couple of hours, and he didn't take up the whole day, and I know that sounds horrible, especially to you that are real close to your family and is just constantly with them and doing things with them. that probably just sounds horrible to you, but I had over the period of time, I had to learn to enjoy myself, my own company. I had to learn to make my happy place. That's why my channel is called Becca's Happy Place. I had to learn to enjoy my own company because I had nobody. Once my children got married or moved out and got married, however you want to put it, whichever one came first, they were gone. My oldest son went into the Army right after he got married, and he was in there for 8 years. He was stationed in Germany. Then he had to go to Iraq, and the whole 8 years I seen him very little, very little. And then whatever took place in my son's mind, both of them, whatever took place in their minds, my youngest son hardly ever speaks to us. I don't know really what took place in their minds and why they like they are. But I feel like my older son kind of was trying to make amends Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning. My youngest son, maybe he'll grow up enough one day to try to make amends. I don't know. Hopefully he will. But I was so long, without, I told y'all how living in the state I live in now, that for some reason the people here they don't fellowship. They don't. They stay to themselves. And I've told you how I've went to people's houses and they wouldn't let me in, close the door in my face, and stuff like that. Trying my best to be a friend, and to have friends, and practically begging them to lay down, buddy. Is you okay? Macy's getting on her beanbag over here. So I didn't have anybody, and I would stay as miserable not having anybody as I do now when people are around. But I had to. It was a thing that either I was going to be miserable all my life, and live in torment and misery because there was no one around, or I had to learn to make my happy place and get to where I could just enjoy me and my happy place. And so now that I have done that and accomplished that, it took me years to get here to where I'm happy here. Happy, just me, hubby coming in and out as he goes, but just enjoying my own company and my own things and my own home. Once I finally succeeded in getting there, now people look down on me because I want to stay home all the time. So I just can't win for losing. But I was saying all that to say that even though I totally enjoyed my son being here and, everything, just the stress of the holiday of, getting a meal prepared, it not being the norm everyday thing, and it was so stressful. I told my husband, I think it was last night, might have been yesterday morning, I told him, I said, I am so much wanting and looking forward to getting back to my happy place. Because once I have that interaction with people, I don't have it very often. And if I have that interaction, then it makes me want that interaction. And then they're only here, I only have that when they get ready to give it to me, which is not very often. so then I'm back to a place of feeling lonely and feeling unhappy, and so I feel like it's best I don't have that interaction. That way I can keep on a level of being happy instead of having ups and downs and ups and downs and lonesomeness and wanting people around. And then, so I told my husband, I said, I'd be so glad to get back to my happy place, because all of that stresses me out. It really stresses me out. And I don't want to get back to the place where I'm feeling lonesome and lonely being here by myself. My husband is not an inside person. Even if when he's not working on his job, and it's not, and it's not church time, even when it's not those times, he cannot stay in the house. He is not an inside person. He don't have any kind of inside hobbies that he could do. I've tried to get him to get involved in different things, and for some reason he don't like anything that he could do inside. And so if it's daylight outside, he's going to be out doing something. He's going to be working in the yard, or he's going to go over to the church and do things. There's always maintenance things that needs to be done at the church. He is not an inside person, so even if he's not working on his job, and even if he's not, it's not a church service, he's not inside. He's just in and out for meals and, to get some water or whatever, run to the bathroom, whatever. He's just not an inside person. And so I see very little of him, even when he's not on his job. I just see him running in and out. We'll talk a minute and he's gone again. So I've had to learn to make my happy place right here. I've had to. And I don't want to people look down on me because I don't go nowhere and don't do nothing. But I don't want to. When I socialize, then it puts a loneliness in my heart when the people's gone. Although I'm stressed when they're here because I haven't had it. I've been by myself so long that whenever there's people here, it stresses me. It really stresses me. Because I'm not used to people being here. I'm not used to having to entertain people. But then because I had that for a little while, then when they're gone, I feel loneliness. I feel sad, and I kind of had the holiday blues yesterday after, the day after Thanksgiving. And, we had such a good time with my son and all that. And then, that's gone. I don't know when. Probably Christmas will be the next time that they'll come over, and for a few minutes. They don't stay very long. So, that's just, I don't want that back in my life, because I don't want to go back to feeling lonesome and sad all the time because I don't have anybody. I'd rather just stay in my happy place. I hope I made sense. All right, guys, I'm already 23 minutes into this video. Oh, my goodness. I don't have a topic as far as something someone asked me, to talk on. But if you recall the last Rockin' with Becca, I read some things from the Paradise Gallery's blog, not vlog. Vlog is video. Blog is writing it down. Okay, from the Paradise Gallery's blog. And a lot of this is, things we already know. But maybe it will help us to refresh us of knowing how to address people when they ask things, Maybe it will help us to know how to put it, how to word it, or whatever. It's just, to me, it was very interesting. and I wanted to share it with you. Of course, you may have already went to the blog, since I told you about it. You may have already read it, but some may not have. So I want to go over it a little bit. Uh, you know, why do people buy reborn dolls instead of regular dolls, just the regular store-bought dolls? Why? Well, I'm going to read you what Paradise Gallery says about that. The main reason people buy reborn dolls from companies such as Paradise Galleries rather than regular baby dolls that can be found at toy stores is because of the craftsmanship and artistry that goes into making these collectible, realistic dolls. The process behind creating a reborn doll is a long, complex procedure that involves a range of experts and lots of love and care. Every Paradise Gallery's reborn doll begins with the creation of a unique master sculpt. Each little head is expertly sculpted by artists from around the world and are created using a variety of mediums. Then, just like fine jewelry, the next step is to make a wax mold or wax model, which is then developed into our first master vinyl creation, crafted out on one of our 3 exclusive vinyls, either the Gentle Touch, the Soft Touch, or the Flex Touch. That's the 3 vinyls Paradise Galleries uses. When the first master doll comes together, the head is outfitted with eyes, the vinyl is painted with blushing and those little detailed touches of paint for the lower eyelashes and lips. Eyelashes are hand applied and the hair is painted, or the specified wig style is attached. Sometimes the hair may actually be rooted into the vinyl head. Each little finger and toenail are painted in our signature baby French manicure technique, and the cloth bodies are stuffed and weighted with a beanbag for a more realistic baby feel. Outfits are designed around the doll's personal theme and fitted to their specific body type. Unique accessories are developed to complement or provide comfort to the baby doll. The completed first concept doll is reviewed to ensure that we can introduce the best possible baby who is beautifully unique and true to the artist's original. Every Paradise Gallery's baby arrives in a gift box with our certificate of authenticity, letting you know you've purchased a real Paradise Gallery's baby. That was interesting to me because, when you think of manufactured dolls, you don't really think of the process that is put into that manufactured doll. And even though Paradise Galleries and Ashton Drake and, even though they're not hand-painted reborns, there's a lot that goes into making those dolls. Like it said, that first master copy, whatever, master sculpt, that first baby, first of all, the sculptor had to make, the sculpt out of clay, however they sculpt it out. Then they have to make a mold, for them to use to make, multiple babies of that particular one. Then they bring out that very first baby from that mold, and they, you know, it has to be painted and detailed and all of that. And, you know, after that first initial master sculpt, master copy, you know, the process is easier. You know, it's manufactured. It goes through machines and it's manufactured, so it's easier. But that first initial baby that is born from a sculpt, they put a lot into it, even if they're not reborn, like handmade reborns. Like people buy blank kits and bring them to their house and paint them and do all the details and put them together. You know, it's not that type of reborn. It's a manufactured reborn, but it is still a reborn. So if you have a Paradise Galleries or a Ashton Drake doll, it is a reborn doll. It's a manufactured reborn, but it is a reborn doll. It is a realistic doll that they put time and effort in. A sculptor somewhere put a lot of time into making that very first master sculpt, master copy. And that really made me appreciate the Paradise Galleries and the Ashton Drake dolls more when I read that. It really did. Alright, our next little session, what kind of people tend to buy reborn dolls? What is your take on that? What kind of people tend to buy reborn dolls? Let's see what Paradise Galleries has to say about it. The beauty of the reborn world is that it is full of a wide variety of truly caring people. Our fans base ranges from young girls and boys learning to nurture through play, all the way up to grandmas, grandpas, seasoned doll collectors, and everyone in between. Paradise Gallery started life as a collectible porcelain doll. If you notice, if you shop on these resale sites like Macari and eBay and different places like that, you'll see a lot of the Paradise Gallery's porcelain dolls. They started out with porcelain dolls, and now that they've went to reborn type dolls, more realistic dolls, a lot of people are getting rid of their porcelain. So you'll see a lot of Paradise Gallery's dolls on resale sites. Did I say Paradise Gallery's porcelain dolls on resale sites? Paradise Gallery started life as a collectible porcelain doll company, so many of our customers are doll enthusiasts who pride themselves on curating their own special collection of dolls. However, because of the emotional connection that are often made with a reborn doll, we are aware that some of our customers are purchasing the dolls for therapeutic reasons. These do include many mothers who are grieving the loss of a pregnancy or baby, as well as patients suffering the effects of Alzheimer's, dementia, and anxiety. And anxiety is what I'm suffering. And the reborns help me so much, whether they're Paradise Galleries, Ashton Drake, or a reborn painted and brought to life by an artist. So, I know this is things we already know. It was just interesting, you know, just a little different view, a little different tidbits they threw in the blog that it was really interesting to me. And the process, you know, when they explained the process of a doll being made, it just really It made me appreciate the Paradise Scholars and Astrid Drakes that much more. Okay, I think this might be the last little, the last little session I'm going to read to you. It says, what do you see as their benefits? And I'd like for you to put in the comments below, which is basically what we did last week. But what do you see as the benefits of a reborn doll? And I'm going to read this real quick and we'll be through with this. The benefits of our dolls vary from person to person, depending on the reason behind their purchase. But the common thread is one of emotional connection and support. It is at the heart of human nature. See, like I'm talking about, these little tidbits they throw in there. It is at the heart of human nature to want to show and receive affection, and the realistic nature of our dolls help to recreate very nurturing situations that soothe and comfort many people. If someone asks you why do you have a reborn? Why do you play with dolls? Why? Well, a reborn has more of an emotional connection and a support because of the realisticness, the weight of it. In one article somewhere I read, and it may be in what I'm going to do next week, but it is talking about the weight of a reborn. It's kind of like a weighted blanket. You've probably heard of those weighted blankets that comforts people when they lay that weighted blanket over them, makes them feel like they're being snuggled and secure, that weight of the blanket. Well, they talk about in one article that I read that the weight of a reborn is a comfort. It's like the weighted blanket. It gives a person comfort. And like I mentioned last week, my reborns give me something to, even though they're vinyl, even though they're not alive, even though they are just a thing that is made, it's something that I can feel like I'm nurturing. And I feel like, it'll gives me that emotion, and I'm going to read that to you in just a minute. Okay. The exclusive vinyl used to create our dolls smells like baby powder, and our artists spend hours creating the dolls with realistic wrinkles and hand-painted features that mimic the human form of a newborn baby. Because of this realism, holding reborn dolls have been proven to release, and I mentioned something about this last week, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. Couldn't remember. Oxytocin. It's proven to release oxytocin, the feel-good hormone. We have a hormone in our body that when it's released, it makes us feel good, makes us feel happy. That's how we have our emotions, as different hormones in our bodies, and they're released, and they're cause us to feel happy. Well, because of the realism of and holding the reborn dolls, it releases that hormone, oxytocin. Oxytocin. In the same way as rocking a real baby does. When you're rocking, when you got a real baby and you're rocking it, you don't realize it, but there's a hormone that is released, and that's what makes you feel that love for that baby, and you just feel an emotion of love, and well, guys, I have felt that emotion with these dolls. And I gotta have it. I have no real being to nurture like that. And I have no other way of getting that release of that hormone to make me feel happy. There's different occasions and different times, like yesterday morning, but it's still not the same hormone and the same feeling as holding a baby and looking at that baby and that hormone releasing, and you just feel a rush of love or a rush of happiness and joy, and that's what reborn babies do. They release that. They help that hormone to be released, just like if you was holding a real baby. This physical act provides immediate comfort and happiness for many of our customers, if you will allow it. You can suppress those feelings. You can look at it like, oh, that's just a doll. That's child's play. That's ridiculous. And never feel an emotion because you're not allowing it to happen. But I've got to have it. I've got to have that feeling of happiness and that sense of nurturing something. I've got to, because this is all I have. Let's see, where was that? Our dolls also provide a tool of social interaction, which is another thing I love about having these dolls, is being in the community with people, other people that likes dolls, because I have no one around me that likes dolls. So having these social communities, online communities of people on Facebook, on YouTube, that shares this hobby, is another reason for having the dolls. This physical act provides immediate comfort and happiness of many of our customers. Our dolls also provide a tool of social interaction and have built many friendships within our online communities, which have blossomed into real life connections. Yes. Our dolls also provide many benefits for children. Pretend play, especially with dolls, enriches children's lives and is an educational activity. Whether children are putting their dolls in a cradle, dressing them up in a new outfit, or pushing them in a stroller, playing with a doll can help develop gross motor skills, emotional understanding, and even offer sibling training when a new baby is on the way. Our bestseller doll, Tall Dreams, now this article was wrote way back. They probably have another bestseller by now. Our bestseller doll, Tall Dreams, is particularly popular with children as it offers the benefits of extended play with the accessories that include a bottle, bib, blanket, and plush toy. Children really can enjoy the pretend play and nurturing process. I'm just about through, guys. Hang on. Paradise Galleries provide ourselves and the community that has been created from the shared love and appreciation of our reborn dolls. Our customers cherish photos of their dolls and each other with pride, often swapping tips on how to dress the dolls and care for those delicate collectibles. We have successfully created a family of reborn parents and babies through our online social community, and continue to unite people who are looking for companionship that goes beyond the doll themselves. So not only has my babies provided me with that feeling of, that hormone release, that feeling of comfort and happiness and all that. Not only does it give me that, it's connected me with y'all. And it's given me people that I can interact with that loves the same thing I do. And so there's you some things that you can tell people of what the doll has done, what having a reborn can do for a person. And I tell you, whenever I get really stressed and my anxiety gets really bad, I can come in here and hold a baby. And although it doesn't relieve every bit of the anxiety and stress, it gives me comfort. It helps me that I can make it through that situation to go see and face another. And I love my reborns. I love them. And like I said, reading these articles has made me appreciate Paradise Galleries and Ashton Drake dolls so much more. Don't compare them to being a full-fledged reborn that an artist hand-painted everything, and put it together and weighted it and all that in their own style of painting. Don't compare it to that. Even these Behringer babies, yes, the ones that are reborn, by an artist, repainted and reweighted and all that, they are more enjoyable than just the dolls from the factory themselves. But even so, I love my little Davy, and I have 3 others over there. I have Jake, and I have Hazel, and I have Hattie. I think I named her Hattie. I have 4 Behringer babies laying on the bed that are just directly, the doll. They've never been reborn. And Davy being one of them, I love them. You have to learn to appreciate each one for what it is and not compare it to another. We need to do that ourselves. We so much sometimes, all the time, most of the time, we compare ourselves with others, and we get disappointed because we think we're not what we should be because we're comparing ourselves with others. You're not supposed to do that. You are an individual. You have your own character and your own, if you're living right, if you're a good person, you're living right, you're not being hateful to other people and stuff, you're being kind. Your personality, that's you. That's you. You're unique. You're your own being. There's no one else exactly like you. And we should not compare ourselves among ourselves. Neither should we compare these dolls to, among other dolls. We should just take each one as who they are. That's like the Cabbage Patch. They're not realistic dolls, but I love seeing them. I love dressing them. I don't do them, I don't interact with them as much as I do the reborns, but I do interact with them. And now I've gotten into Barbies and Rainbow High and Elf dolls, and they have their own unique way. They're not, Barbie dolls is not reborns, but they are who they were made to be, and I enjoy them and what they are. And but I have 2, is that right? 2 reborn Behringer dolls, if I'm not mistaken. I have 2 that's been repainted by LaDonna Briggs. And I love my babies. I love all of them. I love my dolls, whether they're fashion dolls, reborn dolls, Cabbage Patch dolls, Elf dolls. I have just fell in love with dolls because they make me happy. So, all right, guys. I hope I'm not boring you with all of this. like I said, that article really, the way they described making the Paradise Galleries, and and even though it's something that we already have discussed and we already know, just a different wording of somebody else's perspective of it, um, kind of brings a little bit more enlightening to it. So I've really enjoyed these articles, and I hope y'all have. I hope I'm not boring you with them. So anyway, it's giving me something to come on here and do Rocking with Becca with also, because nobody's leaving me any questions or comments that I could talk about, topics, that I could talk about. And, I guess we really have just kind of covered pretty much everything at one point. We can, just like this, we've already covered this before. We're just going at it through Paradise Gallery's way of putting it, and there's only so much to talk about without repeating it. That's just the way it is. And I try to keep you updated on my life and add that into Rocking with Becca, and just try to keep you informed in what's going on. So just on that part of that spectrum, let's talk a little bit about what is going on. I want to remind you that I have a reborn giveaway coming up when I reach 2,000 subscribers, and I appreciate each one of you that has helped get my videos out there. Every time you click that like button and every time you leave a comment, it helps to boost my videos, to pop them up where other people can see them. And every time you share it, all of these things helps my video to get out there. And more people can, it will pop up on their end screens at the end of videos. So all of that helps my videos. And I really do appreciate everyone that does that. I appreciate your comments. Guys, I'm not in this for money, except for that it gives me a little spending money to put back. The money I get, and I get so little, I only get a check every 2 or 3 months, because you have to have a lot of subscribers to get a decent amount of money. So I'm just letting you know, this is not a get rich thing. It just gives me a little extra money every 2 or 3 months that I can put back into my channel to keep my videos going, to keep new content, to keep new, clothing for my babies, and keep things going. I'm afraid if I don't have new clothes that comes in and things like that you'll get tired of seeing. You can only do so much, and there's only so much you can talk about. That's why I ask for your comments, and I ask for you to leave me questions or topics that you'd like for me to talk about, or trying to get something that I can do that you won't be bored with my channel. I don't want you to get bored with my channel, because I need y'all. Y'all are my friends. You are my friends. You who I have, and if you've never made a video and put it up as on a channel and had people that watched it and comment, you don't realize it's almost like we was talking about what the baby does. Whenever I go back to a video that I've made and I see where people has commented and they talk about they've enjoyed what they've seen and stuff, that is, I feel like that you're my friend. I feel like that we're interacting with each other, that we're we're socializing, so to speak, and I need that. So I want to keep my viewers coming back. I want to I want my videos to be interesting and be something that will bring my viewers back. And so that's why I like to, you know, buy new clothes every now and then, get a new baby every now and then. You know, I realize that my house can only hold so many, and so that's why I go through my babies occasionally and see which ones that I'm not quite as fond of as the others, and I try to move them out so I'll have room for others, because I want to keep my channel interesting. I want to keep the viewers coming back. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all every time you leave a comment, every time you click that like button, every time you share my video. I really, really, really appreciate it. And subscribe. If you are a viewer that has not subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the notification bell and click on it to give you all notifications, then hopefully you'll receive them. Sometimes YouTube don't put them out there, but most of the time they do if the notification bell is clicked. And that way you won't miss any of my videos, and you'll know what's going on constantly. And I really do appreciate it, guys. I really do. So anyway, I'm gonna go before this hits an hour. And it's almost that, so I better hurry up and turn it off before it hits an hour. But I hope y'all have had a great weekend, a great holiday. I hope you've had fun with your family. I hope you've been able to do, you know, the enjoyable things that you've been wanting to do. And I just hope you all are well and feeling good. And I'm going to go. I'm enjoying my day. And I'm going to snuggle some more. And I probably will have another video with some different type dolls that I have come in that I mean, I've got some like them, but it's not reborns is what I'm talking about. I may have a video or two up later. So be looking for that. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day and weekend. I love y'all. Bye.